It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the 49ers and the Bengals next on EA Sports.
Your turn. How did you do it?
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengals team entering play. They come in losers to 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And going back to the tape, I thought this was pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Amazing. He's using personal details about his target's life to create markers in neural pictures. So he's looking for someone who lived in D.C. before 1990, has a prescription for liquor stores for Metro, downloads World War II documentaries on Netflix, not Amazon, and has a digital subscription to both the Wall Street Journal and Capitals.
First carry for Raheem Mostert, and it works his forward from about 3 in second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 75 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. And down to the 20. A big play there for the Niners. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run right side with Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Sermon. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. Mostert. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because...
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. Oh, what a move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And some strong running. Dances by at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Not ahead of you, baby. I see you over there.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Running the counter with Mostert. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. He's going to let this one go deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
No, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 11, a minute 53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.